Hey everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, big the CoinsKid crew. So I'll always trade XRP as and when I see it. Nice little short played out over the weekend. I was short over the weekend. I did relay that to the CoinsKid crew on Twitter right there, so I've not been able to make any videos. But basically, if you're looking for little micro trades, long, short, whatever, jump into the Discord, equally jump onto Twitter, and equally you can do this yourself. If you just go to the CoinsKid.com index, there's an index that I created on the 15-minute time frame. It will show you micro trades, okay, on the daily time frame, your little micro trades in and out, you know, short, longs, whatever. So on Saturday, I did relay to the CoinsKid crew. XRP had come up off the 15-minute buy zone. The buy dot on the CoinsKid ribbon right there come up 8%, and it was printing a sell warning on the 50-minute time frame, which is your micro trade setup. So basically looking for the short op, and then you know the confluence that will be the red sell dot on the 15-minute time frame as well on the ribbon right there, and that's played out. It's been a nice little short opportunity going forward. But if you are looking for these little warnings, you know, sell, short, buy, whatever, then definitely head into the index right there. I'll just show you that quickly because this is the reason why I did jump into a coin last week called Ton, and we've seen an amazing reaction off that buy signal that I relayed to you. I think it was on Tuesday last week. We was looking at opportunity, and I'll show you exactly why. Let's dive into the index and then dive into the charts with you, because I want to show you something on a particular chart that's got me quite excited here for XRP's future. But we need to see this do something. Let me show you, okay? So taking a quick look at the CoinsKid index, there's only one coin today that's flashing a sell warning, just like the sell warning was flashing on Saturday morning for XRP. We have one on BNB right now. So I've taught you what to do. Come to the charts, look for your bearish divergence on sell warnings, which is basically your short opportunity. Look for the God candle backtest to TP, you know, and it's the same if you're looking for a long. You look for the buy warning, and then you look for the bearish divergence, just like we saw on XRP over the weekend right there. So basically the micro signal, your 15-minute signals, are your micro trading for long, short, whatever, and your macro, that's your big spot positions. Okay, so basically if you're looking to exit, you want to see this in sell. If you're looking to buy, you want to see it in green buy, basically. And this is exactly what this coin was doing last week. On the weekly time frame, we had a big macro buy signal. So I took a look at the charts, and the index is the reason I looked at the charts, and there was a beautiful sweet spot that this particular chart was falling back into. Resistance, 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 third point of breakout, an ascending triangle, beautiful. And what you've done, you've had some kind of big macro ABC back into this range in oversold conditions on the weekly. So oversold conditions down there was a beautiful opportunity, and right now we've seen a lovely reaction so far on Ton. So it's not about having a crystal ball or anything like that. It's just, you know, taking a little bit of risk. Obviously not gone in my life savings, but I bought a bit of that, and I relayed that to you last week. I think we're floating around 260 or something like that. So we've seen a substantial move up, but right now on the micro, it is pushing into a sell warning. It's a bit top heavy on the micro. So, you know, if you start to see this pushing into red sell, then increase the probability of a short playing out. And I've taught you this in many videos. Okay, so if you are looking to micro time frame, long, short, whatever, head over to the CoinsKid index, look for your opportunities. Okay, you're looking for buys and you're looking for sells to increase the probability of your shorts and your longs. And then obviously in confluence, you're looking for bearish divergence on a short, you're looking for bullish divergence on a buy. If you are looking to trade these coins, for example XRP, BNB today, I would highly recommend Blowfin. The links in the video description, a non-KYC exchange. There is a tutorial on that. I'll try and find out and link it to you in the video right there. But if you are using leverage to trade these cryptocurrencies, please don't over leverage, don't be a degen, don't go with your life savings. For example, if you've got an account with $1,000, use 10% of that to trade. Never use 100% of your account to trade these cryptocurrencies, and I've taught you this many times before. Okay, so anyway, this is just trading opportunities that I relay to you. I'm trying to create and refine this algorithm that I've created as best I can for you, so stay tuned for that update. But right now, let's dive into a couple of charts. One chart at the moment has got me really excited for the potential future of a turnaround in those cryptocurrency market cap because of something it did late last summer. Let me show you what it is right now. Okay, so the tether dominance is a really important chart. We need to pay attention to it. Now at the moment we are in a green buy dot on the tether dominance, and XRP is in a red sell dot on the daily time frame on the tether dominance. Now what we need to see is something that we saw last summer, where we create a red sell dot like this, okay, get compression lead to expansion, possibly some kind of compression lead to expansion, red sell dot, and we begin to see, just like the inverse of that, we begin to see XRP getting its ass back above its daily ribbon and printing a buy green dot, and we start to see a red sell dot on this particular chart, because at that time, you know, you'll increase probability, a waterfall to the downside, a waterfall to the downside. And you know, we won't see XRP break out and make all-time highs and go into price discovery unless we start to see this chart breaking down. So for those people that have been on the channel for a very long time, they will know I've been looking at this chart with yourselves as confidence analysis at this bottom here, okay, which is basically a flag coming back up, overlapping zigzaggy waves. This is where the correction began. I think it was March in 2024 right there. This was basically a bear flag retracing, looking for the continuation and the technical target of where you created the channel, which was always my primary target on this breakdown. So it's at this point when this broke down, creating a red sell dot, I was incredibly bullish on XRP, but XRP was pulling back into a W bottom pattern, looking to break out above its ribbon as this was breaking down below its ribbon. But what we got for confluence is the fact that this channel here, and go back to the videos, I've shown you this, look at the beautiful resistance retest, a breakout, back test, boom, waterfall. So I was showing you this every single day, that this waterfall in this particular chart to the technical target is where you would see XRP break out to the upside. Now this is equally confluence to the fact that I do think that a correction has began way back here in December of last year, right on cue, when this chart's bottomed. Now if you take a look, this is a low and this is a high low. So this is why I do think that that move up in January from the likes of Bitcoin and especially XRP is actually part of a bull trap B wave high. So 3-wave move up, 3-wave move down, and right now you're in a C leg or nasty ending correction, direction of the correction basically. So what we're looking for in this chart is really simple. It's the same thing that we saw way back last year. Okay, if it starts to go sideways, you create bearish divergences, you create your red sell dot, okay, you've got an increased probability, you start to lose a ribbon, you're pushing down again, and at that point we start to see another vertical for XRP. So I do think there's confluence within this chart within itself, off the bullish divergence, what we saw just there, and equally I think we was looking at bullish divergence here as well, in that high just there, we've got the lows really oversold, high lows, lower lows in March 2024, which is where a correction began, and then we've got the same situation here, high lows, oversold, bullish divergence right at the top in December, which is where corrections began in my opinion for XRP. So in recent times what we've seen, which is quite exciting to see, to be honest with you, it's the first time in this move to the upside we've actually seen something that we saw at the top here before this major roll to the downside, okay, which obviously was a vertical for XRP. We are beginning to see, just like this top here, you've got the high, I'll try and get rid of that for you, you've got your high and your higher high, and you've got a high and a higher high, but right in overbought conditions you've got a high just there, and you was making a key pivot point which was a lower high, and right now you're making a key pivot point which is a lower high. So if this does right now begin to roll over, you get your descending triangle, you get your red sell dot, and XRP gets its ass back above the daily ribbon and prints a green buy dot, this may actually be confluence just like it was there. The waterfall to the downside is where XRP breaks out. So I'm looking at that over a few weeks now. We just got to be patient for the structural bottom to be created and a structural top in this chart to be created, and we was very patient there, and I think we've just got to apply the same patience here. So obviously bottoms take a long time to create and tops to create, take a long time to create, but if we start to see a waterfall in this chart, then I think we've got a vertical in XRP. So if we drop the XRP chart in for you right now, you can clearly see that all that technical analysis that was talking about, it's going sideways, look at this, everyone was getting extremely bearish on XRP, it was going sideways like that, and then Bob obviously had that last little pullback, shaked a lot of people out, and then it went vertical. But the clue was in this chart, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the tether dominance to give us a clue. So I do think the pessimism and the bearishness will come again, and people are, oh no, it's going to zero, and things like that. But at this point I'm just looking for the clues in this particular chart, the same clues I was looking for way back when last year for the vertical and the waterfall to the technical target, which is pretty much where XRP's topped in December and began an expanded flat correction, a regular correction, where this high here is actually a bull trap, okay, and the confluence is in the fact 3-wave move up, 3-wave move down, made the higher low, this made a higher high. So I think that Bitcoin and XRP have actually been in a correction since December last year. So how long does this correction go on for? I don't know. I've not got a crystal ball, but this is why I've created a crystal ball indicator for you based on global liquidity that shows that a big move in liquidity is coming back into this market. Let's jump into the XRP chart right now to see what we can see, okay? So I did make this tweet the other day, I think it was on Saturday. The crystal ball golden line shows that at some point a wall of money is coming to crypto, blue line. Should we ignore this? If it does play out, then sell in May and go away could be the way. Crystal ball. So basically there's two ways to get this indicator. You can go to CoinsKid.com and track it, or obviously you can add it to your TradingView account and then you can tinker and modify the days and you can do different offsets. So Greg Joff, he says mathematically the strongest correlation is 107-day lag on the indicator. So we'll take a look at that with my primary, which is 76 days. We'll look at the offset right now. Now you can do this yourself. All you got to do is go to the crystal ball indicator in the linked video description. Now this indicator is based on M2 global liquidity. Let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see, okay? So looking at CoinsKid crystal ball with a 107-day offset right now, it does show this peak here in comparison, and you're coming down the stairs like this, you've got this pivot low here, then you retrace back up, and then in theory you should start to come back down, and you should be looking to actually bottom in this correction in roughly the end of April right there. So if we drop a vertical line in, now obviously I think there'll be confluence to this. If we do start to see XRP do something like this, you know, coming down like this, and this correction's not necessarily over, and it comes down the stairs and it bottoms the end of April, then okay, it'll be right on song that this is in sync, okay, a lot better than the 76-day. Now the 76-day at the moment is my primary because of the correlation between the key pivot points that I've shown you. If I move to the left, and you can clearly see here this high, which is what I think is a false high, I actually think liquidity was leaving the market in December. So basically if I move to the left, and I've shown this in a recent video, now you see this low here in January, this is pretty much where I actually think the bottom for XRP was, and where liquidity began to re-enter the market. Okay, so if you take a look, you can clearly see that liquidity was not entering the market until we was well on our way to the upside, and then clearly you can see this pivot point here is not correlated with this high here, so there's still some kind of lag, and it's not exact basically. But I think 76 days is there or thereabouts, because if I was to swap it to 76 days right now, and obviously I could be completely wrong, and at the moment obviously if we start to go sideways and make new lows, then we'll be looking at the 107-day lag and offset as a scenario where XRP, you know, is still coming down the stairs and it's still caught in a correction there. It's absolutely possible, and at that point if XRP starts to do this and trends down and loses these lows, I would be looking at the end of April, you know, for some kind of bottom here for XRP. But if I was to drop the 107-day lag on right now, you would see, in my opinion anyway, I actually think it's a better correlation with the peaks and troughs. So the 107-day is not my primary at the moment, and obviously it can be invalidated, and by invalidated I mean if XRP does this, fails to break out and starts to come lower and sweeps this low into this buy zone here, then okay, we could be looking at the end of April for the completion of the correction. But in my opinion, that pivot point, which is what a lot of people are looking at right now, is not the top of an impulsive move. It's the start and the top of a corrective move to the upside. So I actually think the key pivot point is in December, not in January, where liquidity was leaving the market. I actually think it's been leaving since December, and I've gone through this with you. And in theory, over the next couple of weeks, we should start to see a bottom here for XRP and some kind of vertical over the next few months, potentially leading into May to sell and go away. Okay, so let me dive into the 76-day offset, which is currently my primary expectation for the crystal ball indicator. So to modify the settings, the offset settings on the crystal ball indicator, just go to a little drop down, go to crystal ball, go to settings, make sure disable auto offset is ticked, and you can tinker with a daily offset. By default it is 76, and just put 76 in, and then, you know, boom, you can play with it like that. You know, technically what we're looking at is liquidity was leaving the market in December, which is currently my primary, not necessarily January. So, you know, there's a lag right there. Liquidity started to leave the market. We'll come up in a B wave, which is your pivot point, and right now it's been a C wave. And typically, you know, C waves, you come down, it gets really fearful, oh, bear market and things like that. But we do go sideways, and then boom, look at that, we V-shape out of there, which is pretty much what we're looking at over the next few weeks. If we can go sideways for XRP in a range and hold structural lows, okay, and we don't necessarily break down and lose these key pivot points, possibly this is some kind of bottom here, okay, for XRP in the crypto markets, and liquidity coming back into the market eventually regardless is the reason I'm not currently selling my XRP, because there is a big liquidity move that comes in, and you can clearly see it's breaking the highs and doing incredibly well at some point down the line. This is why I call it a crystal ball, because it's a clue to the future. Now it's not guaranteed obviously, but it's the reason I've not capitulated or sold my XRP when a lot of people are really fearful, because at the moment I just think that from this pivot point here, liquidity's left the market, it's gone sideways and it's come back in. So, you know, XRP's come down, it's going sideways, and it's looking to V-shape out of it eventually. How low does this correction go? I don't know. I've not got a crystal ball, but I've got buybacks. If we begin to break down below the structure, if we begin to lose the $2 target, then okay, buyback on the 164 and a buyback on the 122 will be absolutely amazing bid spots right there for me personally. So if I move to the left on the 76-day offset, and I've shown you this before, you can clearly see this, I think, January low. We was bottoming down here. As liquidity started coming back into the market, so did XRP move back up the stairs, and we've got beautiful little pivot points. Look at that high there, correction sideways, broke out to the upside, liquidity was showing us that, and eventually XRP was bottoming from left to right, which is something I'm anticipating right now, and break up to the upside. So what we want to see is really simple. On the tether dominance, descending triangle, breakdown, red dot, ascending triangle, breakout, green dot. That with confluence, with the CoinsKid crystal ball, it shows that liquidity is coming back in, but we've got to see the bearish pattern on tether dominance, and we've got to see the bullish reversal pattern on XRP. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that update. Stay obviously strong, stay tuned. If you are looking to trade XRP, long, short, whatever, would highly recommend Blowfin. Links in the video description. Amazing non-KYC exchange, and obviously Bybit as well. For at the minute, like I've relayed to you so many times, we just got to be patient, wait for a structural bottom, and then at that point we'll build beautiful long positions and we'll ride the next wave up basically. But I'm excited for the next wave up and the possibility that we're creating a descending triangle on tether dominance, and we've got this liquidity move re-entering the market where it's making all-time highs. I'll leave you with that. Hope you understand that update. Sell in May and go away is what I'm anticipating to do over the next few months. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay obviously strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back to an update on XRP. Bye bye.